Hello, everyone. So I had just sat here and recorded a 22-minute video. The whole thing. It felt a little chaotic and crazy and all over the place, but I was going to post it anyway because I'm trying new things. And I recorded the whole thing and my mic was dead, but it is on. The light is on. It's going to work. So I thought about just like almost giving up, but I decided no, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I want to do this morning. And I'm feeling kind of good. Like that was a little practice round. I'm feeling like revved up and ready to go. Okay, let's get into it. So the energy this morning is feeling very, very potent. A couple days ago when I was sitting down with myself, kind of meditating, kind of channeling messages, I had this very like overwhelming sense of almost like urgency to record my message. And I usually, when I do record, sometimes it's just audio. Today I'm trying something new, but the energy felt so strong and so potent, and it felt so important that I shared a video. Like it felt so important that I got that message out. It had to get out. I typically will journal before I channel or tune in. But this time the energy was just so strong. It's like I felt it like swelling up inside of me that I had to get started. So I did just talk for 22 minutes straight. So I'm going to take a minute here and kind of ground into myself, ground down. Take a moment here with source, with myself, take a few deep breaths and see what else the guides have for me to share today. Sometimes a message is very personal. It feels like it's just for myself. It's just for my higher self and me. And sometimes I have a message that, Cassius. Sometimes I have a message that comes through in a way that it feels like it's meant to be shared. Now in my life, I'm a very reserved person. I'm not like a outgoing, outspoken type of person. I think that I've gotten a lot better with setting my boundaries and advocating for myself over time. But in general, I'm a pretty reserved, quiet individual. My cat is distracting me. Okay, cat knocked over the camera, which is a good high likelihood that she'll do that again, but okay, time to regroup yet again. Where was I? I don't know. So many of us have lived in survival mode for so long, and we've done so much inner work that we finally reached a threshold of existence where we recognize that our old ways of living don't serve us anymore. Our old ways of existing, our old ways of relating to others, to our surroundings, to the world, to life, doesn't serve us in the way that it used to. That doesn't mean that our old way of being was bad or negative or wrong. But what I'm hearing now is that we've kind of we've closed that cycle. That chapter of ourselves and of our life has ended. It's like that life of ours has ended. And here we are at the beginning of this new life where we feel excited and we feel ready and we feel ourselves waking back up. In this space that exists, I think that there's a discomfort that comes along with it. We feel uncomfortable being this new embodied version of ourselves. We feel uncomfortable living with joy. We feel uncomfortable. Cassie, stop, baby. Excuse me. We feel uncomfortable really embodying this like new version of ourselves that have been reborn, that have been, I don't know if reborn or like awoken. I feel that so many of us in this collective, or if this message is meant for you, or if this resonates with you, I feel like perhaps you are someone that put yourself, your joy, your truth, your gifts, your passions, whatever it may be, on the back burner while you were in survival mode, while you were just trying to figure your stuff out and get all of your things together. I think we put our joy, our truth, our passions on the back burner kind of out of necessity. The really hard work to get to where we are right now, that was hard. That was difficult. That took so much of our life force, so much of our energy, and so much of our light to get through all that darkness. And now that we are on the other side, now that we've overcome that, we've expelled so much energy to get through the densities of the last few years, the last 10 years, the last few months, whatever it may be for you specifically, that we expelled so much light doing that. And now that we're on the other side, now that we've pushed through, now that we have become this new version of ourselves, we're kind of tired. It took a lot out of us to reach that point. But what I'm hearing now is that it's not as if it's going to be hard in the way that getting to this point was hard. But I do think that there is a lot of discomfort that comes with rapid transformation. There's discomfort that comes when we change our lives so drastically. There's discomfort that comes when we realize we were in survival mode for so long and we're no longer in survival mode. And what does that look like? How do I show up in the world when I'm not like fighting tooth and nail just to survive, just to be here? And now that we've crossed into this threshold of making it, knowing that we've made it, knowing that we're on the other side and that the future looks brighter and that we're getting brighter and stronger, it's almost like we have this extra energy that we used to put towards working our butts off and fighting for our livelihood. Then now we have this energy in this space of peace. And peace can feel very uncomfortable if you've lived very dysfunctionally. If you've lived in dysfunction for years, peace and presence and safety feel weird. They feel discomfort. They feel uncomfortable. They feel almost unsafe in an odd way. So I think that many of us are getting this calling towards our passions. We're like waking up to who we truly are, or who we were before all of the drama, trauma, struggle, who we were before. And maybe we are meeting ourselves for the very first time. I'm feeling that for some people as well, that we're finally like, we've set all that baggage down. We've set all that pain and suffering down. And now what? Almost like this feeling of like, you feel that there's this renewed sense of energy and you feel so strongly that you want to put this energy towards yourself. And something really magical happens when you do put energy towards yourself, when you pour love into yourself, when you prioritize your relationship with yourself and with your surroundings. It's amazing how the whole world changes. It's amazing how you see the world differently. And I think people see you differently too. When you're carrying yourself with love, when you have been pouring energy into yourself, whatever that looks like, even if it means drinking more water or going on walks or just spending more time with yourself, reading, writing, going on a hike, like doing something for yourself, and we consistently show up for these acts of self-love, we are able to not only carry love for others, but we're able to show up in a way that is something so new for us. People will notice that you've changed. People will notice that your energy has shifted from one of someone living in survival mode, someone just fighting tooth and nail just to be here, versus someone who is really putting energy towards themselves. They're really showering themselves with love, with care, with all that good stuff. This message is a little bit chaotic and a little all over the place, but it feels good and I'm gonna keep vibing with it and see what happens, whatever. I do feel very strongly that this is something that I meant to speak out into the world and that I'm supposed to post this video. So I'm just going for it. I'm just going for it. Just going for it. I think that it's really beautiful space that I've created here for myself. And I think that that is something that I hope, and I'm kind of having this intuitive feeling that a lot of people in my circle, a lot of people that I don't even know, but people in this collective who this message is for, are also tapping into their divinity, tapping into their intuition, their gifts, the things that like spark something beautiful and light within them. I think we are hearing these little whispers of guidance. You know, when I feel guided to speak this message, to film, to hit record, when I feel guided to spend time in nature, when I feel guided to learn more about my craft and study and do more things, I think that it's like, I think that it's no coincidence. I think that it's true and it's real. And I think that as a collective, we need to learn how to trust our intuition more and feed into it. Really pay attention to the things in your life that get you excited. Things in your life, things in your environment. If there's certain types of trees that just like you get really excited when you see them. If there's a type of bird or a hobby like cooking or running or something. If there's something that you're noticing now that you've overcome so much, you notice these little things spark something in you, they light you up. Those are your clues. Those are your whispers. Those are the things, those are the whispers from like source, from your higher self. Those are the things that you are meant to do. Those are the things that are in line with your soul and with with your purpose and with your passions. This message is kind of silly and crazy, but I feel like it's good. This message is absolutely crazy right now. I don't know what's happening, but that's okay. I'm just here. I'm just here to share it. I really do. I'm just getting this very, very strong message of like love, of presence and love, of really loving what you're doing and loving your life. And even if you find yourself in a situation where you have you have a job you don't like, or maybe your living situation isn't the best, how can we make time for love in our lives? How can we, even going through that, even knowing that you're not where you want to be yet, what can we do? What can we add into our lives to have a moment of love, of self-love, of yeah, have a moment of love and light every day? What does that look like for you? And it can be in the shower. It can be on your drive to work, setting a certain song, setting a certain intention into what you're doing. I think it is crucial that we pour love into ourselves right now. Now more than ever, it is so important to show up for yourself and listen to those little whispers of wisdom from your higher self. Listen to those things that you feel so aligned with, those things that light you up, those things that maybe you dreamt of when you were a child, those visions for yourself. They meant something, you know? Those mean something. Pay attention to those little pockets of knowledge and wisdom that you can get from your surroundings when there's someone that you spend time with and they make you feel so alive and so whole and supported. That's the signal that that's someone that you should be spending time with. When you spend some time with someone else and they make you feel bad about yourself, they make you feel anxious, they make you feel maybe judged, or I don't know, sometimes they just make you feel drained afterwards. Maybe that means that something isn't matching up to who you are anymore. In my last video, I did talk about making sure that our home spaces match up with who we are now as well. And I think that it's kind of along the same lines. Just pay attention to the things that you're surrounding yourself with. the people, places, things that you're putting your energy into and see what type of energy you get back. If something makes you feel so good and aligned, it's because it's aligned with you. It's because it's meant for you. And anything that really makes you feel yucky, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. And I know there's going to be things that obviously we have to work, we have to take care of chores. There's ugly things of life, ugly parts of life that aren't going to spark joy. But just knowing that like there is this line of love that is always flowing through you and you can always tap into it no matter what you're doing. And I think that it takes some practice to get there, but just keep listening to yourself, keep pouring love into yourself and into your light. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this message here because the energy is so fun right now. I'm feeling kind of giddy and silly. And I'm excited to get my day started. I think I'm gonna go frolic in the woods with my dogs, 2 dogs. That is, I think, my favorite activity ever is to run around in the woods with my dogs. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm sending you so much love, so much love. Thank you so much for being here. I'm thinking of you. You're in my thoughts. Take care.